See, that's what it is. Black men are in high demand. That's all that it is, you know? Like, real black men are in high demand right now. And that's something we need to talk about. Grand Rising, good evening, good afternoon, good night. I just want to talk really quickly. I try to make sure this rant is short. I need to start putting rants on the end of it. I have a lot of where's that? Oh, there they go. There they go. Get this. All right, ciao. A couple different things, right? I want to, and this video is going to probably get flagged, but it doesn't really matter because I'm noticing a lot of people are watching my content, okay? Like, guys really showing me all kind of stuff. So I got all kind of people watching. All kind of people. That's cool, though. I understand why you people don't reach out. I really don't understand, but, you know, it is what it is. But I want to talk about how TikTok, more specifically, is the labyrinth for these new, I need a word instead of the N word. I'm trying to do better, y'all. I'm trying to do better. So I need a word that's better than the N word that I can describe these people, you know, Nigas. I don't want to say that because that's more historical. Shout out to Dana Calloway. So I don't want to use that historical reference to the way what we used to call each other tribally back in the day. But we got to come up with another name for him because that N word, you know. Now that I'm seeing how many people are watching me, I'm trying to be a better representation of black. Y'all know how I go. Bear with it. I was just out here walking. There wasn't nothing out here, so I wouldn't have went for a walk if it was just busy. Trust me. Yeah. So there's a difference, man, and people are starting to notice the difference. People are starting to notice the difference between black men and these Nagas, whatever you want to call them. People are starting to notice the difference between these new young bucks and these young Nagas, and we're tired of it, man. We're tired of it. You're misrepresenting us. All black folks are not like that. And now I know why y'all don't like me. Now I know why y'all don't like me, right? Because most of you people on TikTok are Nigas. You look like you don't know what you're doing. You look like you're faking it till you make it. See, there's a lot of distinctive ways to be able to point out a Niga. These people, man, they don't try to improve. They will do the same type of content for years in a row. They won't change unless they have to. And they can't make long form content. They cannot make, ooh, my bad, y'all. I thought the camera was on. I gotta clean it up. They don't know how to make long form content. Hey, what's going on, y'all? What's going on, fam? But yeah, I didn't clean the camera off. Let me try to help this out. Let me help y'all out a little bit. That's the best I can do. But they don't know how to make long form content. They talk about everything because they really don't have anything to really talk about. And people are starting to notice, man. And these Nigas, they've always known there's a difference between you and them, right? They've always known. A wasp, you see that? A wasp just landed on my phone. You know what I'm saying? Landed on my freaking phone. What's going on? Let me get these comments up here. You can troll if you like to, whatever makes you feel better. What's going on, Jennifer? What's going on? Hey, what's going on, brother? What's going on? And these people, man, they've always noticed, man. They know there's a difference between you and them. And these people have always acted like this whenever you start making your presence known. See, black men and these it's hard to get around saying it, man. So I might as well just get it out of the way. It's hard to or at least I tried. It's hard to really understand these niggas. Like, you guys gotta understand, I have a lot of TikTok people that come over here and get ideas for their dumbass prompts for their live streams, right? And these people are not black people. These are niggas. Hey, what's going on, Peter? What's going on? These are not black people. These are niggas. And black people and niggas have never been the same thing. It's never been the same thing. And black people don't like niggas, and we stay away from them. And niggas don't like black people, right? They stay away from us. You know what I mean? Those people remind us of the worst parts of ourselves. And those people know that we remind them of what they should be trying to do to be better. And they don't want to be better. They you know what a nigga is. Y'all seen them all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was just listening to this one guy speaking about the same type of stuff I'm talking about on Instagram, where there's whatever cruise company, I don't even know any of the cruise ship names or whatever, but they won't let you walk around with external speakers anymore. And it was something else, right? Oh, they won't play rap music anymore. And these niggas are mad as hell. Oh, we can't walk around with an external speaker. Only a nigga's gonna want to walk around and disturb your peace and act like it's their right to do so, but they're gonna act like they're not doing nothing to you. Like, this is the difference I'm talking about. This is the difference I'm talking about. We are not the same. They know we're not the same. And because of that, right, they always got a problem with us. That's why you see these black people, or some of you black people on TikTok that watch me, or some of you black people, black men and women, you know what I'm saying? The representation of black excellence. Some of y'all see some of these people on TikTok and Instagram, they won't just leave me alone. Like you notice them always having something slick to say. That's how niggas feel about black men and women. Every time they see you, they think of the Huxtables or something like that. It really triggers them. It pisses them off. Looking at you pisses them off. Seeing you move the way you move pisses them off. It don't like, look, if you ask them why you don't like her or him, they ain't got nothing for you. They don't know why they don't like you. And I'm telling them why right now. I'm telling you, you're a nigga. And I don't have no nigga shit for you. So you can't relate to me. And that's all that it is. It's no hard feelings. I recognize a nigga a mile away. You don't know why it is I'm triggering you. Oh, because I'm a black man. I do things the right way. I post up long form content and short form content. You post up short form content because you think you're hustling people. You got to remember, niggas always trying to get out of doing hard work so he can go back and make as much money as possible and brag about getting over on people. I only make a minute long clip. Half of that is the original video. I ain't got to do very much. I'm fooling. They always want to feel like they fooling people. It makes them feel smart to feel like they're getting over. See, these are niggas. Black men don't move like that. We like to work for ours. We like to get it out the mud. We don't want any handouts. We don't want to go through screwed up people that are on some kind of power trip, but a nigga will. Oh, yes, he will. He'll do whatever it takes to get to the top. He'll steal content ideas. He'll study another. Nick, let me tell you this right now. Niggas study black men, and then you'll see, hear me out. You'll see these guys with these traits, and you're like, that's a nigga. But then you'll hear him talking eloquently or deep or spiritual. You guys do this all the time with these characters like a Charleston White and a Unc 607. These are niggas that have studied black men so they can go ahead and say a few things that sound right. Like, you sit there and you listen to these people and you're like, there ain't no way that nigga, because he's not. He's studying someone. He's studying someone. For me to catch a Charleston White or an Unk 607, these guys that be hustling and studying other people, you have to ask him something that he's never studied before. You got to ask him something he's never studied before. I would know what to ask them because I don't know about that Unk 607, but I'm pretty sure that Charleston White dude studies me because his Instagram keeps popping up and that little thing that you can do on YouTube, not YouTube, but TikTok, where you can figure out who's watching you or whatever. If you go to share, whatever. I don't even watch Charleston White's channel. I didn't even know he had the channel ain't even really named Charleston White. It's like some abbreviated whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it might be one of his backup channels or something like that, but it's got all brand new Charleston White content on it that I ain't even never seen before. And it's in that list, so why wouldn't he be watching me? You got to understand, these niggas know the gig is up. The jig is up. They got to start sounding like they have some sense. And the only way to sound like they have some sense is to talk to black men. Well, ain't no black man going to talk to a nigga. We're not going to do it. We're going to see them a mile away. They know this, man. So they can study you on the internet. And that's what they're doing. But while they're studying you, they get triggered too. So they got these issues, man, right? Where they want to like you, but they can't because the things you say trigger them. The way that you get it out the mud without hustling people, without lying to people, without coming up with characters to portray yourself as. And then you keep, changing your characters and everybody's like, and then they just start gurgitating stuff. Oh, you got to play the fool to play the fool. None of these niggas was talking this way till I did. Y'all don't pay attention to nothing. You don't pay attention to nothing. You just let these people get away with stuff. None of these niggas was talking this way until I started talking this way. I can pick up on anyone that's kind of like talking the way that I do. And these dudes, man, are saying spiritual stuff I've heard other people say. You know what I mean? Like, they're just regurgitating stuff and you're letting them get away with it. Like, we need to have a distinction between black men and niggas. And I ain't got no problem with these dudes, man. It seemed like they starting to grow up, especially Charleston White. Like, they starting to grow up and stop picking fights with everybody and starting stuff. But that's niggas shit and they know it. They tell you that, right? They know what they're doing. And they're doing what they're doing because they feel like that's the way to make it through the algorithm and get noticed. And maybe it is. But black men are not going to move like that no matter what, bro. We're not going to do that no matter what. We're not going to do whatever it takes just to go viral. We're going to maintain a certain level of integrity. You know what I'm saying? And again, remember, Charleston White, he did do the integral thing. He was some community activist and stuff. But during the time that he needed to come up, I guess he felt like he needed to put a character on. That's cool or whatever. But now we don't have to. At this point in stage of the evolution that we're all going through psychologically, you know what I'm saying? Our consciousness is elevated enough. See, when I'm talking like this, what these niggas do is they, here he goes again. No. I'm talking real stuff. You're talking nigga shit. Okay? What I say resonates with people of all races. The stuff you say only resonate with niggas from the hood. No one, even from the country or the suburbs that are black, can relate to whatever you're saying because you're unrelatable. You don't know how to relate to all of your people. You're trapped to a certain dynamic as far as your culturally and a certain subset of black folks. You're stuck there mentally. You're stuck there trying to appease them. You're stuck there trying to make sure that you don't want them to feel like you're a lame or a goofball. Hang on, y'all. I'm doing the best I can. And these people are pulling up out of nowhere. Hang on. But, hey, what's going on, man? Long time no see. I didn't even recognize, bro. He was sitting there looking at me like, why is he looking at me like that? Oh, it's a neighbor I actually used to get along with. I ain't seen that dude in like a year. You know what I'm saying? You're getting around, doing good, looking healthy. Now put a little bit of weight on. Congratulations, you got a good woman. He got a good woman, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what happened to you. But yeah, man, they can recognize me and I can recognize them. That's why you see that I don't really interact with, I really just don't interact with really anybody. I do my own thing. But you will see a lot of content creators getting a lot of ideas from me. See, that's nigga shit, right? Like that's what I'm talking about. Stealing ideas. They can't come up with nothing because they have no connection to the Most High. These are lost spirits, man. So a lot of black people, we've always stayed away from niggas, like we really do. My parents are, you know what I mean? My parents was really good at avoiding niggas, man. And my dad has always taught me this about niggas, and he didn't say the N-word, but certain kind of black people, and then, you know, black men and women. And so I just know how to stay away from them. And a lot of them, they can tell that I stay away, or I'm trying to be a little bit different, a different kind of representation. They can tell it, and it triggers them. Who does he think he is, trying to stand up straight? Who does he think he is, talking about getting up early and reading? Who does he think he is, talking about going to the gym and sticking to yourself until you can elevate enough and then go back out there to the dating? And even really articulate it in a sound way. It's just I don't like dude. I just don't like them. These are niggas, man. This dude, he went right down the road, turned around, and came back up this way. Bear with me while this truck goes by. So yeah, man, it's a whole different ball game. These are different kinds of people. That's why I don't really get offended when certain people don't like me, which is most of the people on the internet right now. But a lot of them are niggas. Like, I'm not really expecting for them to, and I don't really want them to. Niggas flip flop. They'll talk. You know, they'll talk about men in one live stream, then they'll talk about women, and they'll go back and forth because they don't care. They're just doing whatever is going to go viral. They don't care, man, and they don't have any integrity, moral compass, or anything of the sort. And they know I'm going to do things the right way, no matter what, no matter how long it takes me. And I've watched all these niggas, these dating niche niggas, steal my ideas, steal my content, and still fall off. They still falling off. Still falling off. I mean, it's... Hold on for a second, y'all. I got to regather my composure and all this traffic out here. I'm just going to go down this road over here. I don't like this neighbor, but I'm going to go ahead and go down this road. Give us a little bit more conversation time without all the traffic in the background. Trust me, y'all, it wouldn't have came out here if I didn't go for a 20-minute walk and there was barely any traffic. I would have done like I normally do and go out to the golf course. But if you guys go live, you know how it goes, man. As soon as you hit that live button, these NPCs start spawning out of nowhere. Out of nowhere, man. But yeah, so what these people like to do is they try to find different ways and different reasons to try to make fun of me, make me seem silly, right? Now, it's not only black folks, right? And a lot of y'all got to understand, you know, when black people say nigga, the modern black people, we're talking about you white people too. We're talking about you Spanish people too. You know, y'all want to think that we're just talking about black people. No, when I say nigga, I'm talking about all you trashy ass people. You know what I'm saying? I might be more specifically talking about the trashy black ones in this one, but I'm not going to specify white nigga, Spanish. No. You're all trashy, dirty ass, funky fucks. And you shouldn't assume that I'm just talking about black people. That would just be your racism. Okay, so I'm clarifying that right now. When I normally talk about the N-word, I'm talking about all of y'all. And there's plenty of white ones and the Spanish ones are showing their ass right now. The Spanish ones are showing their ass. I knew we had a bunch of them niggas. That's why they want to say nigga so bad. They know they a bunch of niggas. You know what I mean? That's why I keep telling y'all they want to, I understand we don't want them saying the word, but they keep trying to make it like it's just black people. No, there are Spanish niggas, white niggas. They want to be niggas so bad. Let them have nigga. You know, everything that we do, they want to do it. Shit, let them have nigga. Let's go back to calling ourselves some kind of people. And then they'll start taking pride in it. You know we the chosen. Come on, bro. Like, you know, whatever we do, everybody else do. You know, no matter what you do, they gonna want to be like you. You see me doing this and talking about this on a small scale on the internet, from an internet basis. Everything I do, everybody want to do it. Every time I speak about something, somebody want to speak about it. And nobody wants to give me credit for it. The same thing with black folks in America. Do you understand? When you're chosen, this is what happens to you. Man, Who what did they say in the Bible about God's people? Come on, man. You know what's going on. Don't act like you don't. Stop acting like you want it easier. If you had it any easier, you wouldn't be chosen. I'm trying to tell you. You can't have it both ways. You're either going to be the most influential people on the planet that everybody goes to because you're the soul of the planet, or you're going to be just one of these other fucking races watching that group of people. That's just what it is, man. You know, that's just my quick rant on that. But like I was saying, the more specific black niggas of TikTok recognize me as a black man. And you ever seen those kids that always got something to say about the black folks in the neighborhood that do things the right way? Or you ever seen you've had family members when you move out the hood or something, you think you're better than us. You think you ain't done nothing, said nothing, you're just trying to better yourself, take care of your family, whatever. And then it's you think you're, ain't nobody said. That's their insecurities projected. And that's what a lot of these N-words that hate on me, they really do. They just project their insecurities. This road might end up getting pretty busy. There was nobody driving down it a minute ago, but we're going to do the best we can. You guys smash that like button. Let's see. I'm getting caught up in these comments. Peter Griffin is going off. I wish y'all would just use y'all real names. I think that y'all think that you're funnier than you are when y'all make these fake names. And I'm not talking about you, Peter. I mean, you're dropping some good commentary, but it's really not that serious. That's how I know y'all are Gen Z. Because a lot of Gen Z think they're funny and they're not. I'm not talking about you, Peter. You're just doing what your generation does. But I can always tell Gen Z. Now that people have shown me the likeness of boomers, I can't unsee it. I was raised by a boomer. Well, boomers, but my mom really act like a boomer. She was super chill. But I know how boomers act, man. So it's real easy for me to handle Gen Z. Gen Z, man, if y'all like boomers, you're egotistical. I'm not talking about like my parents, nothing like that. I'm just talking about the boomers I dealt with growing up. You know what I'm saying? In school and stuff. Like, you're egotistical. You don't want to be told what to do. And you're more concerned about what everybody else thinks than being a better person and really what you think. So older millennials and Gen X got you. We got you, bro. Maybe the younger generations are kind of like, what? Study boomers. We're calling them Zoomers for a reason. Study boomers. That's all. They act like boomers. They hate millennials the same way that boomers hate millennials. Everybody hates millennials, and everybody takes a pop shot at us. I have no idea why. Maybe that's why God, since we've had nothing but shitty lives since 9/11, that's why God has made us look so young to give us our time back, millennials. He's giving us our time back. That's why we're aging the best. Okay, but any chance you get, a boomer will take a shot at a millennial, and then the same thing will happen with a Gen Z. They'll just be taking shots at millennials and don't even know why. They'll just be saying stuff about millennials like they're one of the older generations. It's the craziest. How can you talk about us? I didn't even know what the millennial pause was until I've been looking up the Gen Z stare. So they had been throwing a bunch of shade towards our generation. So they're idiots. You got to understand something. They are so messed up. They do the best they can to throw the heat off of them by trying to make fun of millennials in alignment with Gen X and boomers, as if they have any room to talk. At least millennials can read, and we're not known for not being able to, and using ChatGPT for everything. I don't know what a millennial pause is, but you got to understand, you're the generation of observer spirits. You are the most monitoring spirit generation, because we've just realized you have no social skills and you're terrified to step outside. You're terrified to. These are the kind of people that run home, get online, and say, someone tried to talk to me in real life. Someone tried to talk to me in IRL. Someone tried to talk to me in IRL. I'm telling you, man. And this is another reason why these dudes on TikTok don't even like me, bro. I'm not on that stupid generation stuff. There's a distinct difference between Gen Z, even the older Gen Z and the younger Gen Z. and all other generations. There's a distinct difference, and it's easy to notice. The problem was they were disguised. They were looking, you know what I'm saying, the same age as us or older, and everything that they were doing was being overlooked and thought of as like a millennial thing, or millennials are doing it, but now they're old enough to be recognized. We see them clear as day. And these are the weirdos, dude. I'm telling you, I look at the age ranges of the trolls I'm blocking, not trolls, but people I'm blocking on TikTok, and they're Gen Z. I hardly ever have an older person that's talking this way, because I'll give you like one or two videos. Like if you throw some shade like once or twice, I let it go. But when all your videos is just lowbrow shade, and you think that's the way to communicate, I'm gonna block you, because you've never been taught better. You're Gen Z and you feel entitled to other people's time, and only Gen Z and Gen Z only will feel entitled to talk shit about other people, but not be able to handle the criticism when it's thrown back their way. Just like boomers always have something to say about something, but can't handle a single ounce or iota of criticism whatsoever. They're the same way. They always have something to say because they're observational spirits. They don't go out and do anything in the world or change anything. They don't really have it in them. They don't have the spiritual capacity. I like that. They don't have the spiritual capacity. So the only thing they can really do is observe and then talk about their observations. So we have to really boycott these stupid videos where they're telling you every little minute detail of what they have observed. Make them go outside, observe people on a regular basis, so that way they will have something to talk about when they go online. They don't have nothing to talk about. They don't know how to talk if they're not complaining and making reference of the observations they've noticed. Have you noticed that? Every Gen Z, hey, you know what I can't stand. You know what I've noticed. You know what I've seen. You know the kind of people that this is what they do. This is all they do. This is all they do. And I'm having a big issue with the Gen Z niggas, black niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like they never had a father figure in their life, so they see me as like, who does he think he is? I'm him, nigga. I was in the military. Man, I had a father. What are you talking about? I have a father. He's still alive. I'm talking, you know what I'm saying? He's still alive, doing very well. I have a father. He taught me plenty of things. I don't get envious, jealous, or upset at black people minding their own business. You people do. You don't have no life. You don't know how to move. My dad has always taught me to work hard for what you want. Work as hard as you can. You were never taught that. You were never taught that. So when you see a black man working hard, it bothers you. It bothers you. Some of y'all, if I look like him, I would better than you, but you don't. And you would never look like me because you're not willing to put the work in to look like me. Do you understand? You want to believe there was given to me work, hard work. Had to work towards getting to where I'm at. Hell, I've been on the internet for the past few years. Look at my progress. You can definitely tell a difference. Work, every day work. But you don't know nothing about an honest day's work. You were never taught that by your fathers. They were never around. So in a way, you were at a disadvantage, but we're all adults now, and to get some help. You're the generation that's always talking about therapy, but you seem like the most messed up. If this is the result of therapy, I don't want nothing to do with it. Don't want nothing to do with it. You talk so much about other generations because you're not doing nothing in your own. You're not doing nothing in your own generation. You're not doing anything for your generation to stand out. You will take things that the other generations are currently doing and make them into trends, trying to hijack the movement for historical value so you can seem like you did something during your shithole generation. And you really haven't. We're over here trying to get ourselves together, finding peace, being unbothered. And then y'all made it into a trend to disguise your inability to have soft skills and speak to people properly and call it nonchalant. Y'all get on my nerves so fucking much, man. Y'all are fucking idiots. You're idiots with ChatGPT with huge egos. It's super dangerous. It's super dangerous. When you have really dumb people, they'll do anything to make themselves seem smart. I'm trying to tell you, man. And when they're faced with actual smart people, they feel challenged and you don't even know them. That's the problem with being an idiot. Like, that's the problem. When you meet actual smart people, you're going to feel challenged for no reason because you're an idiot. And you're going to cause problems in an idiotic way because you're an idiot. So I got to stay away from you idiotic, moronic people. And you know that. You know I'll never really interact with you. You can never hang with me or nothing like that. You can never bounce ideas. So what you do is you just throw shade. And I understand why. I can see you. I got two eyes. I can hear you. I got two ears. I can see what's going on. I know why you're jealous, but it ain't going to do you any better. You know what I'm saying? It ain't going to do nothing for you. But instead, again, they just want to keep watching. It's something wrong with that generation, man. I'm trying to tell you. I'm still studying, and there's something wrong with that generation. They always got to study somebody. They're always worried about what everybody else thinks. They're just like what's going on with the Gen Z stare. They're out here trying to say that they're just like some type of level of genius and everyone else is just stupid, and that's why they do it. These people are dangerous. And this is why, look. I've been coming on here talking about people trolling me to over extended periods of time and doing too much. These are the people that's doing it. I'm telling you, Gen Z is a bigger problem than we know, dude. They don't have enough time on their hands. They don't like doing nothing in real life. They treat everything in real life like it's some online thing, right? And everything online, they treat it like it's real life. So online, they're trying to come off like they're this and that, and build a following. But in real life, they're trash. Like, they're trash, man. I'm being real. These people are on the internet all the time. They're always watching content. That's why they got so much to say about everything. Again, you'll see some black dude on TikTok talking about the dumbest shit. Anything that popped up in the news, they don't care. They're like hoes. They're worried about the views and their name and people, oh, you know a lot. You know nothing. You talk about stupid shit all the time. You don't never teach no one nothing. You're regurgitating something you've heard, or you're talking about some kind of pop culture, something that's going on with Diddy, or something that's going on with politics, but never nothing too deep. It's always surface level because you don't know what the hell you're talking about that either. You people are just weird. Okay, I'm just being honest with you. And that's why, I want black folks to make sure you don't feel no type of way when you have to step away from niggas. Like, just don't feel no way about it, man. Don't be like, I'm trying to, for my black people. Your black people will find you. These are a bunch of niggas on the internet, bro. Like they're Gen Z niggas. Like, I don't know how to describe it. You're talking about a new level of stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're talking about Gen Z who thinks that they're entitled to people because they're on the internet. I heard this one Gen Z fat dude on like Lapeef one time, that podcast, talking about if you post it on the internet, people have the right to critique you. You're a grown ass man trying to justify the fact that you ain't got nothing better to do than to watch content all day and judge others. Right? This is how they think, man. You can't win with nothing like that. You can't compete with nothing like that. They feel entitled to you because you're posting online. And because you're posting online, these idiots think that means, oh, I can say something about it and I can talk. No, you can't. No, you can't. And no, you shouldn't be. Right? See, I done got you triggered in the comment section. Hey, Gen Z, that stuff is over. That whole triggering it people into being mad, that's another idiotic move that you guys do. Allow me to explain. We've realized I got you cooked because I knew one of you dumbasses would come over here with that. Y'all are so stupid. You know what I'm saying? You people don't know how to talk to people in real life. You don't even know how to respond in real time. You need a little bit of time to pause, right? So what would an idiot do that doesn't have quick comebacks? What would an idiot do that cannot think and are not as witty as you? They'll try to hijack your ability to defend yourself and then try to gaslight you. This is the moronic behavior we're talking about. This is the idiots we're talking about. Someone trying to take a part of your character and make it seem like they are bringing out a part of you that's not a part of you. You are a grown person. Listen. No. No, don't go nowhere. No, 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 no. No, stay right here. Don't run off. Don't. No, no, no. I'm talking to you right now. I'm talking to you. I'm trying to give you some learning. Don't talk about bye. You know, keep your dumb ass right here, Gen Z. Every time you get checked, you want to run off. Stay right here. Learn something. This ain't nobody crashing out. I know how y'all hijack everything. No, this is called a reckoning. This is called accountability for your actions. You're not going to get away with what you're getting away with. Oh, these older generations are crashing out. You found a way to weaponize anyone defending themselves because you fucking idiots don't know how to. Yeah, I said it. You don't know how to. In real life, I've watched you idiots glitch up whenever you want to say something smart to somebody check you. Yeah, you ain't got nothing to say. You ain't got Chat GBT next to you. You don't have a whole minute or two to think about what you want to say. You're not trolling someone on the internet like you love to do. These are the majority of the trolls on the internet. I figured them out. It makes sense now why, you know, certain people get triggered when they're watching you and start trolling. Grown people aren't doing this. They'll watch something else. It's this new dumb generation that are sensitive as hell. You know what I'm saying? How is it the new little sayings going? Ashamed of nothing or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't remember how it goes, but it's something like that's how y'all are. You have no shame. And when someone's trying to hold you accountable, you try to run away. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to get up out of here. No, I figured you out. That's why I keep telling people, do not allow this new, because we never heard of nothing like this until this new retarded generation came about. Listen, don't let these idiots make you feel like your greatest weapon to defend yourself, your quick wit, you know, because, you know, Gen X and millennials just used to go back and forth all the time. Our wit is super sharp. These idiots don't do that, bro. We terrify them. So what do you do when you're terrified? You find a way to make someone's power seem like a weakness. That's a bar right there, and that's for the government and everything else. When you are powerless against the powerful, you try to make it seem like their power is a weakness. And you people are letting these idiots gas. I will cook a Gen Z up. I'll cook his mama up. I'll cook his grandma up. I don't care, boy. You can't gaslight me and you're crashing out. You're acting outside your character. No, jackass. What you call crashing out is me handling my business at the level I feel like I need to. You bitch ass niggas think that trying to act nonchalant all the time is the cool way to be. I'm not bothered. I'm nonchalant. While being the most sensitive generation we've ever had, you're not fooling anyone. You're not fooling anyone. We're so nonchalant. You're so nonchalant that you can interact with anybody in real life. You're so nonchalant. The only time you can hold a conversation is if you're having Chat GBT right next to you, holding your hand. You're not nonchalant. You're retarded. You're scared of everything. So you do everything you can to put a mask on. Y'all put the most mask on. You're the fakest generation we've ever fucking seen. You're the fakest generation we've ever seen. That's why we're talking about the stare, because you don't have no soul. We know now what happens when you replace teachers with robots. You get cyborgs. You get androids. And that's what you idiots are. You love to sit by Chat GBT. You love to study people to learn how to be people. You have to study people to learn how to be people. You are weird. And we know this now. You're not getting away with nothing, Gen Z. You got to study the older generations. And then it makes you mad because you're studying us to learn how to be human. So you try to make fun of us every chance you get. You're so stupid. You're so stupid. You are the definition of morons. And whenever you have no way to defend yourself, oh, you people are just crashing. It's not that serious. It's not that serious. If it's not that serious, go find something else to do. Why are you watching the older generations? Why are you trying to come up with terms like crash out? Listen, every time we defend ourselves, and we defend ourselves the way that we always have, Gen Z, not Gen Z, but Gen X and millennials, this generation don't know what to do. Remember, this is the passive aggressive generation. This generation was raised by these soft ass, gentle parenting. They've never even been yelled at before. So when you're out here just cooking them up, it's like they're glitching. You're a meanie. You're a crash out. Meanie. You're a crash out. This is what they're doing. They're like grown children. Hey, what's going on? What's going on? I'm gonna get to y'all. I just want y'all to understand that as Gen Z, y'all like to think that you're knocking someone off the subject or all this other goofy stuff that y'all do. See, let me tell you what that is. Again, when you're suffering a loss, you try to, you know what I'm saying, move the goalpost. You try to make it seem like it's not. If I'm on here cooking and then you jump in the comments and leave a comment and then I leave whatever I'm saying to talk about whatever it is I want to say about cooking you, right? As if I'm not going to go back to the main subject. You think you done won something. You people do all this psychological stuff, but you can't read. Stupid as fuck, dude. The generation always trying to pull psychological warfare, but don't even have a psyche to do it with. You know what I'm saying? Just idiots talking. They study you and they lose. Oh, I didn't lose. You crashed out. No, I cussed you out, bitch ass nigga. That's a difference. You was poking the bear, trying to do some reactive abuse, whatever you want to call it. And I checked you. So now we have to worry about how we come across the people on the internet, or should we be being ourselves and put you in your place and lead by example? See, I got something for you stupid ass people. I've been studying you dummies too. You're dumb as hell. Why do you think I'm so mad? I see what you're doing. You're fucking idiots that can't defend yourself. So the people that can defend themselves, you always trying to gaslight it and make it seem like it's a bad thing. You're weak, passive aggressive morons. That's what you are. You got a lot of words to say, like your sassy ass single mom that raised you, but you wouldn't bust a grape. Yeah, if you was in a room, you'd be a fly on the wall, observing people, taking note of your observations. See, this is why they make these Sigma videos, right? This is why I stopped watching those Sigma videos. I noticed that it went the wrong route. It was justifying weirdos. It was justifying the Sigma male. He's in the room. He don't say nothing. He just quietly observes. The weirdo of the room, that is not a Sigma male. He is not the weirdo plastered against the wall with his phone in his hand taking notes like Gen Z. No, that's Gen Z. That's social awkwardness. That's the weirdo that thinks he's too cool to interact with people in the room. That person will never get women, nor will he make friends. You can't just prop yourself against the wall, think that you're too cool for school. Why did you even show up? Why did you even show up? See, y'all watching this stupid ass AI bullshit that's making you more, you know, it's a CIA op, right? Like to make you more socially awkward and to make it to where everyone is, you know, separated from each other is the goal. And you're watching this Sigma male, he can read a person's face and da-da-da-da. So this is telling you to watch content and try to read a man off the facial expressions he's making. So you don't even see the CIA ops that's going on. You're just watching AI videos and you're Sigma males. No, bro, this stuff's gotten hijacked. They're obviously pushing some kind of separate. Sigmas are not trying to be separated from people. We're just paying attention to stuff and we don't need social validation. That's it. All this extra, a Sigma male can tell if a man is lying by if he raises his eyebrow. You're watching AI that's trying to make you paranoid. Okay, I keep telling y'all that they are feeding us AI that's specific to you because they're studying everything that you watch to make you paranoid. Okay, I'm trying to tell you, man, they weave all this stuff into your algorithm and you people are watching it and you think that's normal. It's not. You're socially awkward weirdos. Period, point blank. You're socially awkward weirdos. And anytime you get checked in real life or checked online, oh, they're crashing out. And shut up. Those are your words. Hey, listen, older people, stop using their words, man. Stop using their words, bro. They've ruined everything. They are the psyop. We used to know what a goon was. Do y'all know what gooning is now? Do you know what gooning is? Man, they just hijacked everything. They've literally, Gen Z is a psyop to just ruin everything that Gen X and the millennials have made. They're a literal psyop. everything that we did to enjoy ourselves and defend ourselves, they go against it. Yeah. This is what happens when you have a computer generation, a generation raised in the matrix. They are complete AI. And that's why they go against everything that we say, because they're the most neurologically connected to this AI internet bullshit. And the internet's always trying to psychologically mess with the older generations who are independent thinkers and don't just go along to get along. This is what these people are. This is what these people are, man. You are the psyop. You literally are. Everything that we come up with, you've made fun of. Everything to go against the system, all this stuff. And then you don't want to do the basic things that everyone needs to do in this life to contribute. You don't want to work. You don't want to do customer service. You think you're above it. So listen, they all want to be content creators because they think they're all above working. And now they flooded the market with content creation and they're running out of ideas. So that's when they start stealing ideas from people like me, who do have the time to come up with content, who has worked really hard in his life and doesn't have to work a 9 to 5. I can just make content for the people that want to watch it and raise my son because I've earned it. I've worked those customer service jobs. Nigga, I was in the military. I was in the army, right? Dodging bullets, 2 years in Iraq. Hey, don't knock my water jug over. Flying down this road. It's 25. I'll become that old black guy. I'll become that old black guy in the neighborhood. It's 25 through here. Whatever. It is 25 through here, okay? It is 25, all right? My phone's about to die. Let's go. Let's get these up here. Okay, yeah, you good. You're good. Cherry B. I like to just throw that out there to any of the haters that watch, because I got a lot of gooners that like to watch whatever I'm doing over here. No Diddy. And just try to throw shade. He's crashing out. Now the funny part about it is these Gen Z have been making fun of me and people like me for like a year or two. And the crazy part is what we do has become the trend. So the way we handle stuff has become the trend. So now they have to do it and disguise it like it's something new. I'm unbothered. Hey, I don't want no one disturbing my peace. You weren't talking like that before. When y'all was trying to come up with different ways to attack my philosophy and ideology, you was going completely opposite of it. Now it's all, I'm protecting my peace. I'm cutting people off. I'm blocking. Yeah. You people are the ones I'm blocking. It's so funny hearing you people, especially the ones I've actually blocked on TikTok, talk about, yeah, I'm over here, you know, conserving myself and saving my peace. I'm like, I blocked you. I blocked you because you run your mouth too much about stuff you know nothing about. I blocked you because you're a whole woman talking to men like you run them. I blocked you. You know what I'm saying? So it's really strange to see y'all get online and start talking like you've learned something or grown, or no, you're following a trend. You were one of the people that caused me to block you for talking too much online. You're in your 20s and you talk like you've been around the world, you've been to war, you've created world peace. I don't want to hear it from you. You've been on the planet for like a day. You're regurgitating information that you've already read, or not read. Sorry, I didn't mean to insult you. I meant chat GBT or had the audio played for you. I apologize. I know reading goes against anything that has to do with Gen Z. I apologize. I didn't mean to insult you like that. I mean, I love to throw insults at you, but not, deep, insults of that level. But yeah, man, you're not fooling nobody, man. You're not fooling anyone. You people don't know how to socially interact with people. You don't. You don't know how to talk to people. You don't know how to receive conversation, right? You're sensitive as hell. You're ashamed of nothing, and you're offended by everything. So it is what it is. We're not going to be out here trying to and it's not just them. We obviously had a couple of duds within our generations. I see a couple Gen X duds that copy what I say and run and make panels off of it all the time. So there are duds in other generations, but for the most part, a lot of y'all act this way, and it's very strange. It's very strange. I just want to put that out there, but I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to end my walk because my phone is about to die. I would ask you, LeBron, what's going on, fam? What is going on? I've been wondering where you and James been at, man. I gotta start going live there today. I was like, LeBron better check in, man, before the 27th of September, man. You know what I mean? Before the marriage. Let's see, nowadays people are regurgitating rather than, it's what I'm saying, man, rather than learning and applying the knowledge. Man, I'm you know what I think it is? LeBron, let me get that back up there. No, they don't want to work. They don't want to work. So they're forced into content creation and they don't have no ideas. So they watch people like me. They're just, I put in the work. I've been to Iraq twice. I worked for the White House, bro. I was married to a narc for 10 years. Like I've done a lot. I've done a lot. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot to talk about. And so they're able to just come over here and eat off my plate and sound like they're this philosopher and they have these great ideals. Meanwhile, they're living in shit, working the same job, right? Doing the same thing. You're just regurgitating stuff. It's getting on my nerves, man. And then they're taking away from the real knowledge that people that have the life experience that are speaking about it, they're taking away from people finding those people. Because what happened to me, and I just recently realized, so many people regurgitate what I say. It took people a while to find me. It took people, unless you was a real one like you, right? You know what I'm saying, on the right path. It took people a while to find me because of all the information being regurgitated. A lot of people thought I was just as fake as everybody else. They thought I was playing a character on here and faking it. And I'm not, man. This is exactly who I am. The same dude I've been for the past 3 years on the internet. Have not changed at all. But it takes a while for people to see you over the course of time, not changing, for them to verify where they think that you're real or not, which I understand those people. Those aren't the people that's throwing shade in my way or watching my content and vaguely talking about, me in a weird kind of way. I'm not talking about those people. I am talking about these other weirdos, though. You know what I'm saying? That went out of their way to throw shade, and you don't even know what God has planned for me. I'm telling you, I'm going through a transformation, and this is my hermit mode, but you don't want to believe me because you want to think that I'm just like the fake ass Gen Z generation that's just lying and faking it till they make it. No, I'm a millennial, an older millennial. You know what I'm saying? So we move a little bit differently. And they're just not trying to hear it, man. Not trying to hear it. Get this up, yeah. 10 times out of 10, when they shut down the internet, they want. Dude, that's a good point right there. I need to make a video about that. See, this is why y'all got to check in, man. This is why y'all got to check in. Let me get that back for a little while. Y'all got to check in so I can get these ideas. That's a great idea, man. That's a great point. If the internet shuts down and when they do, you're fried, you're cooked. You have no trade skills. You don't even know how to interact with people socially so you can get what you need. You guys, if you don't have some online email reference you can go to so you can have ChatGPT, this is what they'll do. They'll tell ChatGPT, hey, here, respond to this. Type it in there. Have ChatGPT respond to it. And then they'll say, make it sound more human. I know all y'all tricks, man. I'm going to school right now. I mean, I got classmates. I know all y'all tricks, bro. I know all y'all tricks. And you're not just doing this for school. You're doing it with content and everything else. Yeah, they be out here talking and y'all be like, did that nigga just say? There ain't no way he said that. Now, I know some of y'all do that with me, but I talk this way all the time and surprise you with how articulate I am. But you look at these niggas and you'll be like, hey, nah, he didn't come up with that. He didn't come up with that. No, they didn't come up with it. They got the information from another content creator or ChatGPT. They're not coming up with this stuff. That's why they don't live stream. That's when you catch them on someone else's podcast, they don't know how to talk. They're never as eloquent as they are in their own little, car videos or whatever videos, highly edited. They're never the same. You can catch me on a live stream. You can catch me over here at the Ingles. You can catch me at the gas station. You can catch me at the gym. I'm going to sound the same no matter what. And I'm always have plenty to say. Plenty to say. So, again, we're not going to be fooled by y'all no more. You're cooked. You're cooked. It's over. You're done. Finito. Go home, okay? We got you figured out. Go home. Copy-paste generation. Never lied. You know what I'm saying? They might as well call themselves, Gen Chat GBT Z. Because it's over, man. You know, and I'm listen, if I'm wrong, get on somebody's live stream. No, you make fun of everyone else, make fun of me when I'm live streaming, make fun of any little hiccup I have. You live stream for over an hour. You live stream walking back and forth just outside in the sun and still keep people entertained. You do it. Since it's so easy and you can do it better, you do it. No, you can't do it. That's why you keep watching me to figure out how to do it. Make a video over 2 minutes. I dare you. I dare you. Make some full content that's 10 minutes long. I dare you. Challenge yourself. No, you won't. You'll continue to make those goofy ass layover videos, shrink yourself down small, and then you'll spend about 30 seconds talking about the video afterwards. That's all you got in you. Bless your heart. Bless your heart. That's the most that your brain can come up with. That's the best you can get out of ChatGPT. And that's the most you can memorize at one time. About 30 seconds worth. Okay? You regurgitators, once we figure out how to clock regurgitators, whether it's your eye movement, you know, the way y'all can look back and forth or roll your eyes back, or we're going to figure out how to clock these regurgitators, but your time is limited. It's limited. If you can't come up with some new, fresh content, you're going to be cooked. I know you're noticing the trends talking about authenticity, and if you're not authentic and original, people are thirsting for original content. Content like mine is going to be everlast content, right? I'm good to go. All I do is make original content. But you people that just want to talk about pop culture, give your perspective and opinions on the dumbest shit while trying to throw shade at the same time, you're just gonna, disappear like dust in the wind. Absolutely, bro. There's no substance. There's no value. It's just nigga talk. I'm trying to make this a term that people start using. Nigga talk. It's just pointless babble from some nigga that's trying to sound smart. Nigga talk. Now these niggas will try to say, well, that's what you're doing. Well, I'm actually an engineer. I actually work for the White House. I actually was in the military. I'm actually a business owner that doesn't work for nobody. So it's not a nigga talking. It's a black man speaking. A black man speaking. Be quiet. Be quiet. Phone's about to die.